Okay.
Hello, everyone. My name's Dean. Let's talk crypto. This is where you subscribe for daily Bitcoin updates and technical analysis. We track the price of Bitcoin as a proxy for the cryptocurrency markets at large. Today is June 3rd, 2022, and a massive bounce for Bitcoin and the rest of the cryptocurrency markets are still in play, right? Those bounces are still in play, and I'm going to tell you why. If that interests you, then watch until the very end. All right. So we're getting started on a very small time frame today, okay, on the 15-minute time frame. And there's a reason for that. I want to show a little bit of detail as to what's happening in the price action, what I'm seeing, okay? It's very important that first and foremost, we keep the larger picture in mind, okay? We understand what's going on. So we did have a rally in the past few days, okay, taking us all the way up to this level of 32,000, okay, and then we lost this level. But what's important is that we realize that support has been maintained, okay? If you look at this rally and you take it from here, okay, this was kind of the bounce, retest, and then you got 5 waves. This is an A wave or initial break of structure. It breaks the previous structure. So I'm going to take my Fibonacci retracement tool, draw it from the bottom to the top of this purported A wave. And what do I see? I see that support is being held at the 618, right? This green line right here. Let me just do that right there. My support is being held, okay? As long as I'm holding support, the bounce is still in play. The massive rally for Bitcoin and the rest of the cryptocurrency markets is still in play, right? We have to maintain support, and thus far we've maintained support. Okay, and why is it important to maintain this support and not the 786 or the 914? That's a great question. All right, so to answer that, we have to get a little bit technical, but stay with me. All right. So this move that we put in on May 27th was a 5-wave move. And I think you can see that. And I'm just going to draw it out. Okay. Quite simply, you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. According to Elliott wave theory, every impulse happens in 5. Okay, every impulsive wave happens in 5. Every corrective wave happens in flavors of 3. I'll say flavors of 3 because it gets more complicated. It's not always 3. Sometimes it's 5. Sometimes it's multiples, right? Depending on whether it's simple or complex. But flavors of 3. All right. So, but now we know that this was corrective. Okay, it wasn't completely impulsive, and I've gone over this in previous videos. We know that it was a corrective because we didn't get volume confirmation, right? That this was a purely impulsive move. And the only way you can get 5 waves in a corrective move is if you have a zigzag, okay? So this is why it's important to maintain, well, I already have it. This is why it's important to maintain the 618 because a zigzag is a move that's a 5-3-5 correction, okay? So 5 waves in A, 3 waves in B rather. So these 3 waves, and the 5 waves that are ensuing are that's the end of the zigzag, okay? And that's to the upside. The first initial 5-wave move is to the upside. The 3 waves are to the downside. The next 5 waves are to the upside. So that's what you can expect. And these interstitial or the sort of corrective 3-wave moves should maintain the 0.5 to 618 golden pocket retracement level. That's why it's important for us to maintain the 618, okay? So now what about this graphic that I have here? I have a series of 3 corrective waves. If you're subscribed to the channel, you'll know exactly what this is. This is the reversal pattern I keep talking about. Every single time price action changes direction on any time frame, you can, if you look closely enough, you can identify this reversal pattern, okay? And the reversal pattern is comprised of 3 corrective waves. Here, we just so happen to have 3 flat corrections, okay? We have a flat correction here, ABC, right? And this flat correction took us to wave 4 of the previous trend. That's what we expect, okay? The B wave is counter to that. So you have 1, 2, 3. The last leg of this flat correction B wave is a 5-wave move, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay? We see that right there, right? That's what we just put in. And so we still maintain this support. So what I expect in Bitcoin and the rest of the cryptocurrency market is the following. I anticipate a pivot, right? Sometimes this pivot comes up here. Sometimes this pivot goes all the way up here, okay? It doesn't have, there's no rhyme or reason, okay? They look different in different projects, but I'm anticipating a pivot, meaning another corrective A wave and a retest of that, okay? That retest, it doesn't have to be a flat correction. It could be a zigzag, okay? This pivot can be a zigzag. It doesn't have to be a flat correction, but typically it is a flat correction. So all I say by that is, don't be surprised if Bitcoin pumps up, consolidates, and revisits this support level one last time, okay? And also, don't be surprised if it doesn't, because as I just said, you can very well put in a zigzag, which would be a 5-3-5, just like I went over, right? With the B wave coming down anywhere between the 0.5 and the 618 of the prevailing 5-wave A move, all right? So this is what I'm seeing in Bitcoin, right? We're maintaining support. That means that this big reversal is still in play, okay? And if this is indeed correct, when we hit this C wave, this big reversal, we should get massive volume confirmation, okay? Because it's not just a reversal in this small pattern, but it would be a reversal, a major trend reversal, right? Taking us up and out of this consolidation that we've been in for almost a month now, okay? Ever since we hit the bottom of 25.5 on May 12th, all right? So this is what I'm seeing in the market, and this is why I'm still expecting a massive move to the upside, right? Unless we break support, right, this move is still very well in play. Now, let's look at what's going on elsewhere in the market, right? For instance, I'm trading, what am I trading? I'm trading Cardano, right? And yesterday, I took a little bit of profit up here. Once I realized that, okay, this doesn't look impulsive. This looks corrective. And this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, my wave 4 of my previous trend. We met it. We seem to be sort of stagnating at wave 4 of my previous trend. I know what that means. I'm going to take a little bit of profit. And that's what I did. And lo and behold, we did indeed retest this support level. And once again, if you take your Fibonacci retracement tool of this prevailing 5-wave move from the bottom to the top, you will see that Cardano is holding support very beautifully at exactly the 618 Fibonacci retracement level. Okay, so this is the definition of holding support. Now, just like in Bitcoin, what do I expect? I anticipate that we get this reversal pattern. We've already started with a 3-wave move here, right? This was A, this was B, this was your C right here. This is wave 4 of the previous trend, okay? And now the second wave is your B wave. Let's actually jump down so I can draw this properly. We're going to jump down into the 15-minute time frame. Okay, there we go. We're going to get rid of our retracement tool, fib levels, all right? And we're going to put in our B wave here. Guys, if you're getting value from this, please like, share, and subscribe, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 waves put in on that B wave, that C of B, okay? So this is what it may, like, the average trader has no patience for this. The average, prospector or sort of speculator has no patience for this, right? The price went down, we must be going down to zero. The price went down, you were wrong. There's no way, right? There's no space for nuance, for subtlety. There's no patience, right? It's a scam. I knew it, right? You got to be patient, but also, in addition to being patient, what helps with patience is you have to gain perspective. So try to read these moves, right? It's not impossible. It's not easy to predict, but it's not impossible to read and react, right? The market's giving you some consistent patterns, right? And just read the patterns, right? And so what do you anticipate from here? An A wave, right? Again, the A wave can come up all the way here. It can come up here. It can be a flat. It can be a zigzag. So I'm just going to put this as a placeholder. But just as I said for Bitcoin, anticipate a pivot. So that means another corrective wave and another retest. Okay, that retest can be down here at the 618. Okay, or it can be all the way up here because you put in a zigzag. Okay, so what did I do? I took profit, and then I laddered back in. I ladder in three phases. So I laddered in the first time, once here, once there, and my third and final laddering will be a confirmation of this move, this pivot, and then down here or wherever this B wave comes down to. That's going to be my third and final ladder in before the move up. Okay. And why am I doing this? It's because I'm trading this. This is the only thing I'm trading on leverage. I shared this yesterday. I'm trading a very small percentage of my portfolio on leverage. I wouldn't recommend it because it's very challenging and it's not even worth it. Just buy on support, build these positions. Just like I said in May, if you've been building these positions in May, you're still well in profit, okay? Because what we've done up until now is respect. We've pretty much come back down to support, but in Bitcoin, unlike some other projects, we haven't breached this. So if you were laddering in May, you're still in profit because you haven't reached the levels that you were in May. Do you see what I mean? So this is why you buy in May and go away, because you go up, you come back down, you don't overreact because that's just a retracement. That's just a retest or whatever. And you just wait until the price reaches your desired targets. You just wait for that big move, okay? So yeah, that's what I'm seeing in Cardano, and this is what I'm doing with my trade. Everything else is still retesting, putting in that reversal pattern on a small time frame. Here you can see it in Telcoin, right? That's your B wave. Anticipate a pivot, something like this, perhaps. Maybe you're retesting this support one more time, or it's a zigzag, who knows, but you're putting in this reversal pattern, okay? So that's Telcoin. Ravane, same thing. This chart is almost illegible on a small time frame, so I'm not even going to bother with that. It's just some charts are not easy to read on small time frames because there's not enough trading volume. But you can see it on the 4-hourly time frame here. You can see that this is clearly an A wave. This is clearly a B wave. Anticipate something like this before move up. Okay, so that's Ravane. Cadena, same thing. Here you're holding support. I mean, you've been holding support here so beautifully for so long. Right here, boom, right here, holding support. You're holding support. There's no reason to panic. This test, retest, boom, right? This is what you can expect. Okay, Dodo, same deal. You're holding support here. I put in these reversal patterns yesterday, or I showed you these reversal patterns yesterday, so I'm not going to bother. But, I'm still well in my profit, right? I bought down here back in May. So, this, you don't even have to look at these. If you buy in May and go away, even now you're buying support, right? Now is still a great time to buy spot, very low risk, a large time frame. I mean, it's highly probable that the next big move is up. Okay, and reserve rights, and that's last but not least. This is putting in a reversal pattern just like everything else. Let's go on the hourly and see. And you can see here a three-wave move, A wave, a three-wave move, B wave. You're putting in a pivot. Expect that to yield a big move to the upside. That's the massive bounce that I'm looking for, and that's what we're waiting for. This is the calm before the storm in my estimation, and that's why. Guys, if you got value from this video, like, share, and subscribe. I greatly appreciate it. Be smart, buy support. Don't sell until the big targets are reached. Remember what we're doing. We've had the patience to buy for months now, right? We've been talking and hawking and scouting big moves in the market for months now, right? Building your positions. This is what successful traders do. It's not an overnight thing, right? Unsuccessful traders and people who lose in the market are impatient, and they think that you just get up one day, you buy, and the price hits all-time high, and you're a Brazilianaire. And for some people that's the experience, but that's exceedingly rare. A lot of times you got to do your homework. You got to ladder into your positions. You got to buy support, go underwater a little bit. It's okay, but you have a macro analysis, a macro thesis of what is probable, what is more than likely to happen based on your analysis. Okay, so ignore the trolls, ignore the people who think that just because the price goes down a few percent, that it's going to go to zero, and they can't read patterns. They don't know that the price never goes in a straight line, and just do your thing, right? Keep doing your thing, stick with it. We're going to make it, and trust me, we're going to get that bounce sooner than later. All right, take care, everyone. Have a great weekend. Bye.